again, and thanks for watching. Taking care of another mother's child takes time, effort, and money. But if all you get is grief instead of gratefulness, it's time to say enough is enough. Please welcome Teresa to the show. Teresa, how you doing?
Hi, I'm fine.
All right. Why are you here today?
I'm here today because my daughter is very ungrateful. I've raised her by myself since I was 15. She's 23. I've never asked anybody to help me with her or anything. She's never just called on my birthday, Mom, I love you. It's never, thank you for what you do.
She's unappreciative, shall we say.
Very.
Let's go back a little bit. You were pregnant with her when you were 15.
15 years old.
And she got pregnant with your grandchild when she was 13.
14.
14 years old. And, in fact, we have a picture here of the little boy. That's your grandson.
That's my grandson.
And you're really the mama instead of...
The grandma.
Instead of Daisha, instead of the grandma. Mm-hmm. So you're raising your grandson.
Very much so. I have been. This is the second go-around with Deontay. I tried to get custody of him in 2009. You know, I understand that she was a young mother. That's why I tried to help her so much. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, you're supposed to do these things.
Right.
When in reality, I don't have to do anything.
What keeps her from being the mother that she should be? What's the issue?
I don't understand
What kind of issues do you have with your... with your grandson?
My grandson is a piece of work. He's just like his mom. He's full of energy. He's a pathological liar. He will look you in your face and say, oh, no, the sky is blue today, Grandma. Why don't you believe me? He's a smart kid, but...
He's a handful.
Yeah, but he's getting more to street smarts than book smarts.
I see.
So that was the reason for us leaving Camden, New Jersey, coming to Delaware.
Now, she claims, I think, that you weren't much of a mother to her and that you owe her this to make up for the mother you were not. That's what she claims.
That don't even sound right.
Well, it doesn't. She says you weren't a very good mother to her.
You know, it's funny. Before my 2-year-old was born, I called myself sitting down and having a conversation with Deja. And I actually told her, I said, you know, with your sisters, it's a little bit different. I'm trying to make up for the things that I didn't do with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I told her, you know, that I apologized to her, and giving her things wasn't the answer. Showing her more love and affection, that was the answer.
Didn't she go to foster care a little bit when she was growing up?
Yeah, she told the judge she had my grandson, you know, and she wanted to rip and run the streets. We got into an altercation when she was 15 because I told her don't take my grandson out in the snow.
Right.
She took him out in the snow anyway, in a stroller. So a girlfriend of mine took me to find her. We got there, and she disrespected me, called me out my name, so we just started fighting. And you know, the funny part about it is I have to treat her like somebody on the street, because if I call her as, yeah, what do you want, Teresa?
Really?
Yeah.
What do you want to see happen today?
Honestly, I just want Deja to realize, you know, people... I'm trying to do the best I can, not only for my own kids, but her son.
You got two little, like 2 and 3, the little ones.
2 little ones.
2 little ones.
So, you know, I have to beg her to come and stay the weekend and, you know, just to interact with her sisters.
You need R-E-S-P-E-C-T. You need some respect.
So. Very much so.
All right, please welcome Teresa's daughter, Daisha, to the show. Daisha, come on out.
Mom, why are you sitting there doing that, making a big scene like you have to beg me to come see my son? I had my son when I was 13 years old.
Whose fault was that?
14. You can't even remember when he was born.
I was 13. I had him at 14, but I got pregnant at 13, if you want to be specific. But I remember I had to be a mother not only to him, but to you, too. Remember all the times when I was dancing and I had to help take care of you as well because you weren't working and you were on disability? My son's only been there with you for a total of 3 months.
How long have I done for your son? I walked your son to school 2 damn miles in the pouring down rain.
Mom, that's because
you my mother?
Mom, but you lived with me.
Deja, I was living with me. Deja, you know
Mom,
what?
you lived with me and I was going to school.
You can make tuition. No,
everybody that knows
you are
you
a drama
and
queen
knows
and you are just exaggerating.
Knows that I have done the best that I could to try to be a good daughter to you. People will love to have a daughter like me. Every time something happens, I'm the first person you call, but you're always so quick to put me down.
Deja, I call you for what? If I call you just to talk to you and say, hi, Deja, what you doing? What do you want, Teresa?
Mom,
Did she make you, when you were 13 and got pregnant, whose fault was that?
She made me have my son.
She made you.
We moved to Blackwood.
Yeah, you laid there and you made it.
We moved to Blackwood. We moved to Blackwood, and I came home and found her packing her stuff in a cab.
Why? I was 4. Then I was, I was doing what I had to do to get money. I'm working 2 jobs.
Why'd you go to foster care?
Wait a minute. Paying $175 a week for child support, or they would have arrested me.
Yeah.
Then I'm in college. Oh, she doesn't tell me, oh, Deja, I love you. She doesn't hug me. She doesn't appreciate
Does
any
Mom
of that.
owe the babysitting services because of the way she raised?
I didn't ask my mom to babysit. No, she has not had my son for 9 years.
How long have you had
She only had my son for 3 months.
Is that true?
Beyonce has been in my house since June. He can't have that. He got to come back to Camden.
You did
You know what I'm saying? And like
you were trying to put him on Social Security. You were not trying to keep him there because you wanted
I
to be
was not a mother to her.
You weren't.
For
But you're my mother. You're supposed to do that.
I'm supposed to do all these things for you. You don't even respect me.
Mom, I love you.
Did Mom report you
When's the last time you called me on my birthday and say, Mom?
No, just use that gift and buy Deontay something.
Do you call her Teresa or do you call her?
I call her Mom.
You call her Mom.
She calls me Teresa.
I thought we had this relationship to where I'm supposed to decipher the difference.
Why not? You're not listening to nothing I'm saying. You screaming at me about what I should be doing.
I'm screaming at you because you're sitting here lying on
Deja,
me.
you are
making it seem like I'm just the worst child in the world. I mean, all right, for instance, I'll give you an example. When I first lost my virginity, I wanted to go to my mom and tell her, but what did she say? Get out my face, I don't feel like... He just beat her up about a month ago. Why wouldn't I be upset about that?
Is that true, Mama?
She calls me...
What does that have to do with you?
She calls me complaining to me about his drinking, about him putting his hands on her, and about him leaving her. I literally had to go to court.
Is this true?
Correct. She called me.
We got to find out if that's true. Guess what? The husband's up next. Is that true? Stay right there.
Bitter battle continues.
Even when I was in the foster homes, I had to fend for myself. I had everything that I know I taught myself. I had my son all this time by myself.
And another player wages war.
No, listen, this is what it is. You brought me all the way out here to say what I got to say, so I'm going to say it.
Will it end today?
You got to mother your son. Today's about mother and daughter conflicts. And Deja, during the break, you kind of broke down. What's going on in your heart right now?
All this time by myself. And because she was supposed to be helping me, trying to better myself, not just for me and not just for my son, but for all of us.
So I'm not doing that?
Like, I just threw my son off on you.
If I didn't care about you and my grandson, you wouldn't be at my house.
By myself. I went up to that courthouse every day by myself, even though people was telling me that I could not come up there without a court date. I did that by myself. Nobody did that. I feel like that's the least you could have did. And I'm not going to disrespect my mom. I try not to. When I call her Teresa, it's joking. Like me, my mom, and my grandmother, this is the kind of relationship I thought we had.
You don't mean disrespect. Paul, the first thing I got to address with you about this alleged domestic violence, any of that.
Long story.
You never put your hands on a woman.
I know.
She's saying you beat up her mother.
Well, we had...
How would you feel if some dude beat up your mother?
You're right. That's a good point. But here's another thing.
Go ahead.
Here's my thing like this. When I was not perfect, she didn't have it perfect growing up, and neither did she.
I'm not perfect at all, and I don't claim to be perfect.
No, at the end of the day, this is what it is. You brought me all the way out here to say,
what are you risking? What are you gaining out of it, though? Like, if you want to be technical, what are you gaining out of it?
This is technical.
What are you gaining out of it?
Your grandson was out here twice.
You want to talk about what you're risking? What are you getting?
Thanksgiving with me, my husband, my kids, her son, and her friend. You can come to Camden. Why do I have to come to Camden? Why you can't come here with us? This will be our first.
My mom lives 2 hours and 45 minutes away from me. And I have to travel there. I was just there 3 days before.
Your son is there. Your son is Thanksgiving.
My son spent the whole week with me Thanksgiving.
Honey, look, you got to mother your son. They too got to mother their children.
I mother my son, and I mother my son well.
Why is he with your mother and your stepmother? Who has custody?
I have physical custody.
A piece of paper.
She has partial custody of my son.
But this is the
so I can go pick up my son whenever I want to.
Go ahead.
I worked 11 to 7.
Nowhere to go.
Mom, you ain't lived with me for 6 months.
Both of your sisters.
Y'all was my couch.
Whatever.
On the regular.
Deja, the key to this is for you to step up. What does she have? Listen up.
At the end of the day,
no, I don't have to do that.
I didn't finish that all I was saying. She brought out the condom. Maybe I should have got you the damn condom and you wouldn't have been asking me for an abortion.
In fact, if you can't step up, your mother stepped up and your stepfather.
But the moral of the story
man to man, you never touch a woman. You never touch a woman. You never touch a woman. Don't do that.
This is all for me trying to help us.
Like, I'm going to college so that I can get money to be able to support my mom, her husband.
Mom versus stepmom.
You did, babe, didn't you? You better get out of my face. You better not touch me.
And neither
You need to...
This didn't happen 11 days ago. 11 years, you... Today we're dealing with mothers who take care of some criticisms in return. Please welcome Christy to the show. Christy, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Bill?
All right. Christy, why are you here today?
Well, I'm here today because my husband's ex-wife don't like the fact that I'm raising her children, but I've been raising them since they were 2 and 4. And she's never been there. She's left them with this one, that one, and the other. And I'm here today to just tell her that she needs to get over her jealousy.
And it's been 11 years?
It's been 11 years.
Why did she lose custody in the beginning? What happened?
Well, she would leave them with this one, that one, and the other. And there was an altercation at a relative's house one night where we got a phone call, hey, you need to come get the kids. We get down there, and the police are there. And we get the kids, and we put them in the car, and the little girl, she was 4 at this time, says to my husband, Dad, there was a gun pulled.
A gun pulled?
A gun pulled.
And the coppers are there?
And the cops
were
there.
They get the kids out?
Yes.
And it's been 11 years?
11 years.
Has she been fighting to get them back from you?
No.
Lori doesn't care?
No.
Visitation rights, that's about it?
Yeah.
She drops in, drops out?
When she wants to be.
She goes missing for months at a time?
When we got, this is how we got custody of them. When the incident happened, we went and picked them up, didn't hear from her for 6, 7 months.
And you have 2 kids with your husband.
Yes, sir.
So you got the blended family.
Yes,
you got
sir.
his 4 biological kids, and you got 2 stepkids you're raising, and you're kind of overwhelmed, and you want Lori to come back and be a mother. You think she's jealous of you?
Oh, yeah. She is very jealous. Her and one of her relatives said that, told the little girl that she didn't need to be calling me Mom. I wasn't her mom.
Yeah.
They call me Mom. They call her Mom Lori.
Mom Lori?
Mom Lori.
So what do you want to see happen today? What's the goal?
Well, she complains that we don't give her enough of time with the kids or whatever. My thing is if you're not going to be there for them, don't run your mouth behind somebody's back or to somebody's face and have something to say about them putting their name as their mother. We had went to the little girl had a football game.
Do you love those you love those
yes.
kids?
I love them as they're my own.
Yeah.
Always have.
Yeah. And in fact, how's your relationship with Tim, your husband?
We have a pretty fair relationship.
What does Tim want to see happen? He's the father of all 4.
He wants to see us to be able to get along and come together.
But it's causing some problems.
Yeah. It causes children that we all can't be there for them to support them in their activities that they do as far as sports and school and
sure,
stuff like that.
Sure, a lot of stuff going on. Please welcome Chrissy's husband's ex-wife, Lori, to the show. Lori, come on out.
What the hell do you mean that I abandoned my kids? No.
You did abandon your kids.
You better get out of my face.
You better not touch me.
Well,
I'm telling
you. Better
you.
get out of my face.
You abandoned when you leave kids for 6 months and not calling and check on them.
Kids.
Yeah, you did. Hey, come get the kids.
No, I called y'all because I was a good parent to get them out of that situation.
Why would you have them in a situation like that anyway? If you was a good parent, you wouldn't have them in that situation.
Get out of my face.
Ladies, let's sit down. Here, sit over here. You sit over here. Talk to me about the gun. What happened with the gun incident when the coppers came and really physically removed your kids and gave them to Tim's wife?
I called them because when my relatives did pull a gun on me and my kids
They
was
shouldn't
there.
have been in a situation like that.
It ain't your turn to damn talk.
Yeah, it is my
No,
turn
it's
whenever
not.
I get ready to.
Is he
Thank
talking to you?
It don't matter if he's talking to me or not. You need to tell the truth.
I am telling
y'all
you the
hadn't
truth.
been
You're the one
drunk,
stretching
why
a
would you-
mile freaking long.
How
Were
am I
you
stretching
drunk?
a mile long? I'm the one raising your kids because you stepped out on them.
Sit down. Tell me. Let's go back to the gun and the drunkenness. Lori, how did you lose custody 11 years ago? How'd that happen?
Because she abandoned them.
All right, hold on. Let me hear from Lori. Go ahead. What happened?
Because my relative did pull a gun on me when they was there. I was responsible enough to call them to come and get them out of it.
The coppers didn't do it. You did it.
What?
Did the police call them to say?
No,
I
she called,
did.
but she shouldn't have had them in a situation like that to begin with.
Why'd
You think I wanted? If I knew it was going to happen?
Why were y'all drinking with kids in the
I
house?
don't drink.
Every one of y'all was drunk that night when we come to pick them up. That ain't what...
It's been 11 years, though. This didn't happen 11 days ago. 11. Where have you been for 11 years?
She won't know how to tell the truth. She keeps on telling everybody this to make me look like a bad mother.
I'm not the one that walked out on my kids and left them with somebody else. You left them with everybody in your family. You even gave them to my husband's father.
I didn't give my kids to nobody.
You were going to sign your rights over to them.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you were.
Did we not go to court over that?
Yeah, because Tim fought them for custody of them.
And who got it?
Huh? Because they ordered it. Who got it in the end? Who got it in the end? Lied? How did we have to lie? You proved yourself.
No,
you told the judge
I abandoned my kids when I did.
Y'all
called the cops on me and had me released.
After you were served papers for court.
I wasn't served papers.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were.
No,
and
I got served papers 4 months later.
No, you got served the papers and you pulled up at my house. You
no,
I
didn't know nothing about it.
Lori, it's been 11 years. What have you done for... This didn't happen 11 days ago. 11 years, you've lost the most important part of their childhood.
You think you can get along with this?
Are you for real? You want to call somebody? I ain't done nothing. I've tried to get you to have you get them back. Lori, I called you and asked you one day, hey, you want to get the kids this weekend? We're not doing it. No, I've done made plans.
Is that true?
No,
that's not true.
You a lie. You a damn lie.
She calls me on my other weekend after I done my
Why aren't you there for your kids after 11 years? Go get your own children.
I do.
You do?
She gets them every other weekend. I call her one weekend and I say, hey, we've got nothing going on. Would you like to get the kids this weekend? No, I've done made plans. If it was me and I only have visitation rights to my kids, I'd get them every chance I could.
No, they didn't do that because they wanted to go to the bar.
The husband is up next. Stay right there. A lot more coming up.
More mama drama.
You're their mother. I shouldn't have to pay anything for
You don't pay a
The man caught in the middle.
I know you got regret. I know you feel bad that.
It's true.
And it all leads to this.
Is there anything we can do to help? Because... All right, let's continue this. Christy and Lori, let's forget about what happened 11 years ago. Let's talk about today. Christy, how's this affecting all 4 children? 2 of yours biological. You're like the stepmother, but really you've become the mother. How is this terrible relationship affecting all 4 kids?
Because when we go to, like, their activities, their ball games or whatever, she don't like the fact that my name, which we consider her, we put her name on there too, but she don't like the fact that my name is put on there as their mother also. When I've been the one that's been there, I'm the one that's raised them from the time they were 2 and 4.
They're teenagers now.
Yeah, they're 13 and 15 now.
Do you have any, here's a blended family, do you have any sense of responsibility, any sense I should have done better? What can she do, if anything, to get the children back?
Be there more. Be there more and stop trying. Yeah, you promised them, hey, I'll be there.
To take care of them.
Yeah, I'll be there. Why would you lie to them?
60 hours a week to give y'all the money to take care of them.
Who takes care of them 7 days a week? Me and him
Could you do that
You pay $120 every 2 weeks.
They had their sports, had their school clothes and everything. Do I have to do that? No, I don't.
Yeah, because it's court ordered to you.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's
You're the mother. You're the mother.
You don't pay a
lie. You a damn lie. I pay everything for them. Me and Tim
I give you the money to buy stuff
for them. Are you thankful that she's raising your kids when maybe you can? Are you thankful to her? Are you happy?
No, she ain't never been thankful.
I'm happy that my kids has got somebody that will take them in.
Then say thank you. Thank you.
I'm not thanking her for nothing because she's making me look like I ain't done anything.
I'm the one that deserves a thank you.
Bull, you don't.
Whatever. Who's took care of your kids?
A low down piece of work. That
for real?
Yeah,
that's all you got.
Yeah.
That's all you've got.
Please welcome Christy's husband and Lori's ex-husband, Tim. Tim, come on out. Let me see. Come over here. Tim, what's going on in this? Because you're the connector between these 2 women. What do you want the biological mother to do with the 2 older ones?
Bill, she just... I know you got regret. I know you feel bad that...
Are you true? You gonna sit here and lie?
Hey. We ain't refereeing right now, all right?
But you're going to actually defend her.
Hey, I said you gonna have to accept the fact that you done wrong.
I didn't do wrong. I was in the right when I called y'all to come and get them, was I not?
Yeah, you was in the right to calling me to come get them, but I shouldn't have had to been called to come get them, more especially with somebody with a gun. Around my kids.
And it's been 11. Let's go forward to today.
I got them out of that, did I not?
That's 11 years ago. What's happening today?
I can't got them out of that. I can't got them out of that.
You wouldn't even known about it if I didn't call y'all.
Oh, yeah, I would have found out.
Tim, let's talk about today.
The cops were called, and your relatives went to jail. Why do you not think we would have known about it?
Let's talk about today.
The kids talk. The kids talk.
Would you be happy if the biological mother and your ex-wife was back in these two kids' life?
Yes.
Do you want them to stay with you, or you want them to go back to her?
No, they're going to stay with me.
They're staying with you. How about getting along? If these two can get along, wouldn't it benefit all four of the kids?
Most definitely.
What happens at home when these two get together?
If I'm never around, how can we get along?
Yeah.
But when you
When we offer to let you around, you never want to be.
So how can we get along?
Just like when we went to the football game.
You're drinking and clubbing? She says she's drinking and clubbing. She's out there.
So how can I go and see my kids?
She just told you what she was doing, so she's drinking and clubbing. Instead of being with her kids, she's drinking and clubbing.
I really do this.
You have got to accept the fact that you done wrong in the past.
Do I do all this?
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
You know I don't drink. You know I don't do any drugs.
Tim, you're the father of all four, right?
Yeah.
I like to think as a man you could control the situation to the benefit of the whole blended family. You know what I'm saying? She's the stepmother of two, biological mother of two. She's the biological mother of two. And this relationship is corrosive. It's bad for the family, correct?
Yes.
Is there anything we can do to help? Because I know she's breaking down. She feels terrible about what she's done in her life.
I feel terrible too, Bill. I want them to do the right thing and come together as one for the kids, but I can't do nothing with them, Bill.
I know.
I can't do nothing with them.
This relationship is bad. I'll be right back. I'm going to go talk to Lori. Lori, this is the moment, man. You have a sense, I think, in your heart of some guilt and responsibility. But we all make mistakes, honey. We all make mistakes. What can we do to get to a better relationship with Christy? Is there anything? The charges, the allegations, what happened 11 years ago, it doesn't matter. Today, for the rest of your life, what do you want to see happen?
I never abandoned my kids. I've always been there for them. I always ask if I can get them on weekends that they act.
But that's not what Chrissy says. That's not what Tim says.
She's lying.
She's lying. What about Tim, your ex-husband? Is he lying too?
Yes.
They're both lying and you're telling the truth. I don't know, honey. Here's some more. Can you two ever talk to each other directly? How about a mediation and aftercare, something like that? Would you willing to sit down with Chrissy? With terms and aftercare, a little mediation? What do you think? Come here, let's go back out here. Let's see if she'll do this for us, okay? Okay. We're going to try to work this out. Stay right there. We have a lot more coming up.
I mean, she needs to accept the fact that I've been there too, and she can't just push me away.
Bitter battles. Mother versus daughter.
How long have I done for your son? I walked his son to school 2 damn miles in a pouring down rain. Mom, that's because you my mama?
And mom versus stepmom.
It's been 11 years, though. This didn't happen 11 days ago. Where have you been for 11 years?
She won't know how to tell the truth. She can't
Tell the truth. I'm telling the truth.
Make me look like
I'm not the one that walked out on my kids.
We've been dealing with mothers caring for the kids of another mother. Please welcome Renee Seiler to the show, television personality and author of Good Enough Mother. Renee, let's deal with Lori first. Backstage, we had some issues, and she kind of broke down. So how do we get Lori and Christy to communicate for the benefit of the children? And I think Tim's got to be the bridge between this. But, Lori, what's in your heart right now?
That I want her to tell the truth. That she knows that I have everything in the world to do with my kids.
But you say you don't have enough to do with them, that we don't give you, and that you want to be in their life more, but when it comes to us involving you, hey, I've got other plans, or I can't come to
Can I ask you a question? How many times has that happened?
Several times.
Okay, so one thing, first of all, you've got to stop yelling. Everybody has to stop yelling because nothing is being said. There's a lot of a lot of light and no heat right now, okay? So nobody is being enlightened. All there is a whole lot of noise, okay? The other thing is, these children, I don't care how old they are looking at you as examples. So you all have to step up, everybody.
Renee, at kids' events, these two have gotten into it in front of other parents.
That's ridiculous. And that has to stop.
Because she approached me.
I don't care who. Someone has to stop. It stops here or it stops there. One of you has to be the parent, has to be the adult. Knock it off.
And Teresa, I have a sense... I have a sense, Christy, you're kind of the spark of this. I have a sense that Lori, look at the body language, she goes into a shell, and you're on top doing this, and maybe it got to begin with you, honey, to say what's benefit for the children?
What's benefit is, I mean, for her to accept the fact that regardless if she likes it or not, I'm going to be there. I love these kids as if they're my own.
Okay, so
she don't like that.
Having said that, listen, the really important thing here is every one of you needs to understand where is the best place for the children. Where is that?
Tim, you're the father of all four. Where's the best place with you two at this point in their lives?
Yeah.
Would you agree, Lori, the best place is with them?
I agree, because they've got a brother and sister.
That's it.
Okay, then let's start there.
Okay, Lord, into the life a little bit more.
And you know what? If we can agree there, we can build from there, all right? If their house is the best place for the children, then let's build from there. Because that's really what this is ultimately about. Once you have kids, guess what? It's not about you anymore.
That's what I told
This is about the legacy.
That's what I told
This is about going on. Okay? So everybody needs to grow up here and think about the children. Forget about, you know, her
Christy,
feelings and all that.
You're the strongest personality here, right? I have a sense.
Outside of me.
The strongest of these three, and Chrissy, if you would lower the walls a little bit, if you would communicate, just you and Lori get together. Try again. Try again.
I try.
But you have to try by stop yelling.
I've seen the hurt in the kids when she promises, oh, I'll be there, and then bam, all of a sudden something changes.
That's never happened.
All right, so hold on a second. All right, wait, Christy, just 1 second. Children are resilient. They understand things like plans change. As long as you communicate...
But over and over
Yes, they do.
Again.
Yes, they do. And they will understand and they will formulate their own opinion. These kids are not little anymore. They're teenagers now,
all right? Tim, you're the man in this situation. You got to step up. Maybe you got to be the one. Well, what do you see as the resolution of this conflict, Tim?
Like she said, understanding it ain't about you, it's about the kids.
Absolutely.
100%.
And you have the connection between these two, and you're the father of all four. What are these kids hearing from these two that's going to determine their future relations? How are they going to think parents should act around children based upon these two?
They're going to think they ought to argue and fight all the time, and that's not what she said. Somebody's got to say, hey, this has got to stop. It's got to stop right now.
Did anybody think about how the children's friends would think watching their mother and stepmother tussle around in the ground and have it? How embarrassing for them.
Very embarrassing.
For them. This is not about you guys. This is about them.
Christy, please.
If the smartest place and the best place for them is in your home, then we need to work out a situation where it works for everybody. Lori, it's okay. Kids can get love from more than one person.
That's right.
And Lori needs to be part of this family in a sense.
Without question.
Oh, yeah. She's got to be part. The biological mother got to be part of this family. We have a lot more coming up. Stay right there. Want to take a peek behind the cameras? Then follow me on Twitter. Like me on Facebook. Circle me on Google+. Or follow me on Instagram, because you don't want to miss a minute of the backstage drama. It's unedited, unfiltered, and unbelievable. Is your ex trying to ruin your life? If you want to get him or her out of your life for good, maybe we can help. Contact me at BillCunninghamShow.com. Call me at 1-855-YOU-ASK-BILL or text guest at 95902. Of course, message and data rates may apply. Let's put the cheese on the cracker. Close. Okay, Renee Seiler, we have another situation here. Okay. The most troublesome for me, I hope there's an acknowledgement from Paul that the DV will stop. Never again will a man ever touch a woman. Do I have that man to man? Do I have that promise from you? That DV is over with. Yeah. Domestic violence is done. Yeah. All right, now how do we deal with this situation? her son, grandma is being the mother. They have a profound...
Being the mother. I need you to correct
So
that.
hold on a second. Here,
That's what she says.
One of the things that I find most interesting about this is everybody's hung up on the word, mother. Kids can get love, again, from multiple sources.
But he knows me very, very well. I take care of my son.
Okay.
Like, that's all I have. It's my baby.
I understand.
So, no, you're not going to, if I honor anything, I honor being able to say I'm a mother. You're not going to take that away from me.
No one's taking it from you.
But
no
your mom's raising your son.
She's not raising my son. This was a temporary situation until I got in a better living environment and until my first semester of college was over. This is not a permanent. She's trying to make it permanent. So I have to do what I have to do.
Okay, all right. So
don't do that.
Nobody is. Okay, so first of all, nobody is attacking you.
Talking about you.
Nobody's yelling at you. We're really just trying to get to. We're trying to get to the bottom of this because again, it's not about you. It's about your son.
So when
where is the best place for him?
At this point.
Can I ask a question? When you wasn't taking him to school and I was taking him, what's the excuse?
Mom, how long did
And Renee, she's saying that this kid is developing into, shall we say, a troublesome child. There's no such thing as a bad kid, but the
my
acting is bad.
grandson punched my 2-year-old in her eye.
You know what? Okay, so kids emulate what they see. All right, kids are going to emulate what they see. If there was a domestic violence situation at home,
and Renee,
and
Paul
they saw
hit her.
this,
That's right.
Yeah, we're going to speak on that. That I have approached a man on the street and told them if they with my daughter, I was going to hurt.
Okay, so here's the thing. Let me just finish what I was saying. Let me just finish what I was saying. Kids are going to, you can tell them to do something again and again and again, but they are going to do what they see.
Because of that activity.
But Daisha, what do you want?
Forget about what do you want? What do you want for your mom?
Moment, I don't want anything. Because
you want nothing.
I don't
she
know,
wanted to bring us here. She wanted to bring me here and try to embarrass me. She'll go.
I did not.
All her life, she's never spent a Christmas or Thanksgiving with me.
That was not my motive.
Over 23 years, it's always my dad. My dad.
Like, I am her number one fan, and she just can't see that. Like, I take.
Tell your mom how much.
Nobody in her household works. When I'm on, she's on. Like, you can't do that to me. Like, I take care of my son.
Why did you bring her here? You brought her here. Why?
Because
Tell
I
Teresa.
want her to see. Like, don't sit there and treat me like I'm your enemy. Like, I'm your daughter. I love you. Like, don't do that to me. I tried so hard.
Right now, and then half an hour from there, what's up, Teresa? What's going on, Teresa?
But wait,
you don't call
Teresa? Mama, can you stand up and hug your daughter?
I don't even want
You don't want to touch her. You don't want it. You brought her here for love and because you want...
That's not why she brought me here, because if she brought me here for me to listen to her, there has been numerous times I called my daughter on the phone and just said, baby, how you doing this morning?
Mom, you are confrontational. You will argue with me and hang up on me.
And scream at you, and you still won't listen to
you hang up on me whenever I don't tell you what you want to hear.
They love each other but can't express it. That's a difficulty.
Yeah.
There's a mother-daughter count. Would you two consider mother-daughter counseling? If we
got a question for you. If I don't love this girl, why would a guy threaten to shoot me because I told him I was going to kill him for putting his hands on my daughter?
Why does anybody answer any questions around here?
But I don't love him.
We got questions. How about an answer?
You just asked.
All right, here's a question.
But you need to be talking to her because I'm the one who called the show.
Yeah. And
would you consider...
But when you told us to come here, you didn't say it was about all this.
If I came on here, first of all, like I said...
yes is the answer, yes.
If I came on here and told the world, the whole United States, my business, obviously I'm here
would you consider mother-daughter counseling?
A part of my mother's life.
Yes
Teresa, counseling.
Obviously.
Will you consider counseling with your daughter?
I'm already seeing a therapist, okay?
Not this relationship.
I'm the one with the issue.
Deja, I'm not perfect, but you don't, like I said, you sitting here, you don't appreciate nothing.
When we continue, the bottom line, for more info, go to the website, BillCunninghamShow.com. If you or a loved one are in a violent situation and need help, call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-SAFE. That is 1-800-799-7233. It's time for you to take control and give my guests some tough love. How would you resolve the issue? Do you think Christy and Lori can work together to co-parent Lori's children? Call me with your answer to 1-855-TEL-BILL. You hear what other viewers answered and receive some valuable offers. Take control and call 1-855-TEL-BILL right now. Renee Seiler, Deja has left. We have more information, and we have so many mothers caring for other kids who are not really theirs. And I see this all over the country. It's a regular event. The body language here with Lori is not very good. I hope we try to resolve something.
Ultimately, you can't use these kids as tools, weapons of war, because they are becoming collateral damage, okay?
There's no question, and today we see this all across this country, and I hope, Lori, those tears will stop flowing because Tim has allowed you to be part of their family, and I certainly hope, Christy, you allow it, and I hope Deja down the road can find the peace she did not find today. I want to thank all my guests for coming in, and I'll see you the next time.